Hi, I'm Priyanka Chopra and you're watching me on BollywoodHangama.com. Shah Rukh Khan has always been my favorite actor since I was... And it wasn't like, oh wow, watch me, I'm wearing a swimsuit. It wasn't that.
She is brimming with movies right now, and that too good ones. Don't be surprised if she emerges as that queen bee of Bollywood by the end of this year. Priyanka Chopra, welcome to Bollywood Hangama once again.
Thank you very much.
Three different movies are releasing in a short span of time, and all three of them you're looking totally different.
That was the idea, and I didn't know they would be coming so close to each other for sure. But the idea of playing films which have very strong characters and very strong character graphs, where you're not just a heroine doing a couple of songs. All three films are like that, and whether it's Drona, whether it's Fashion and Dostana, each one has a very, very interesting story to them. So I was supported with a great character and a great storyline and fantastically talented directors, I think, who knew how to fashion my characters. Which is why I'm hoping that people will accept all three of them.
One of the reasons why I find them very interesting, all three of, be it Drona, be it Dostana or Fashion, your body language in all three of them is totally different.
Well, when you play three distinctly different characters, if you put in your mind to understanding what your character is, like Sonia, my character in Drona,
आज आपको वो बनना होगा जो आपकी असली पहचान है.
is a very strong, intense kind of a girl of very few words. Her entire life is dedicated around the fact of protecting Drona. That is her life and her farz. As an actor, I think that is the hugest challenge. It's so much fun to create a character which people will say, oh wow, that was so unlike you. That's your greatest victory, I think, as an actor.
Definitely. What was your first reaction when you heard that you'll be playing bodyguard to Abhishek Bachchan?
When Goldie came to me and said that, this is the film and this is the space we're entering, and usually I take a lot of time to decide on the kind of film I want to do. There has to be a very strong motivation for me to do a film. Drona was one script which I can remember in my entire career I have said yes to instantly. And I shocked myself, and I was like, wait, I should think about this. My better self, my mind was telling me that. But it just came out and I said, I really want to do this movie. Because it's so refreshing and it's so different. I was very fond of comic books, and this is a comic book on celluloid. It's almost that.
तो मॉडल बनने आई हो, जी नहीं, सुपर मॉडल.
Your look and fashion is being spoken about majorly as well. I believe you've had around 150 changes in the film?
Not 150, about 137 to be precise. So yes, I do have a lot of changes in this movie. You will probably not be able to point it out, saying what is the difference, but by the end of the film you say, oh, in the first scene she looked like this, in the last she looks like that.
Fashion is one of the movies after Aitra that is totally centric around you. How does it feel?
I can't say it's only centric around me. There are a lot of characters. I do play the main protagonist, but I'm very excited about Fashion. It's a very strong emotional drama. It's a story which makes you feel for the character. You love her, you hate her, you want to slap her and bring her to her senses. You feel like, oh God, what's happening to her? There's so many things that she's almost endearing. And I really hope that I could, translate the beautiful script that came to me into reality, which is Meghna, and I hope I could do it to justice. I'm very excited about it.
Abhishek Bachchan, you worked with him in Bluff Master. Your pairing with him was appreciated a lot.
Abhishek is a bundle of, energy. He's bouncing off walls at all times. He's constantly innovating in terms of his character. He's always got something to do, something to say. I don't know where that man gets so much energy from.
Fine. Abhishek Bachchan is in Drona. He's got a totally different look. But in Dostana, he's totally a mischievous character. He's somebody that people are just looking forward to majorly.
Bounce, bounce, just keep on bouncing.
In Dostana, he plays a very, very fun character. He's called Sam, and he's just so funny in the film. I'm really glad people are looking forward to it, because Dostana is a completely different film from Drona.
Definitely. And Dostana, your swimwear is being talked about majorly as well. What kind of feedback have you been getting for that?
I've got really nice feedback for that shot. What was the biggest compliment that came to me was that it looked extremely elegant and classy, and it wasn't like, oh wow, watch me, I'm wearing a swimsuit. It wasn't that. And that was, I think, a very big achievement for me when, as an actor, when you're wearing, it's a beach film, and I'm not going to say that, oh God, I'm wearing a swimsuit and I was so scared. No, it wasn't. It was a beach film, and I think wearing appropriate attire to a film is very important.
One thing about fashion, your intimate scenes in the film are being spoken about majorly, and especially we've seen one of the promos of Jalwa. It's totally different, Priyanka Chopra, that what we've seen from earlier films.
Well, there were a lot of parts in the film which are like mother cinema usually is. It's hard hitting, and this is a very emotional story about this girl who kind of becomes wayward somewhere along the way without realizing it, and she doesn't know that she is. And in Jalwa, that's what's happening. You see portions of that.
How was the experience of working with Shahid Kapoor and Kameena? He's a very different sort of actor from anybody else we have so far.
No, he's not anything so different. He's very, very hardworking, for sure. I've hardly known Shahid. I've known him now only for 20 days. I've just done a 20-day schedule with him. But he's somebody I get along with very well. What I like about Shahid very much is he's so involved and focused on his work. He builds his character. He's very driven by the film. And when you're working with Vishal, you kind of tend to become that way, because I think Vishal Bharadwaj, as a filmmaker himself, is extremely dedicated to his film and his characters, and knows exact realms of them. So it was fantastic working on that film. I mean, I've just started it. There's still a lot more to go.
Farhan Akhtar has admitted to us that
Priyanka's a part of the film. Arjun will be there in the film as well. So there are many characters from the original that go from the first that go into this.
we're looking forward to working with Shah Rukh Khan once again.
Of course, I mean, Shah Rukh Khan has always been my favorite actor since I was, 10, I think. And he still is. Probably the only person who I can't open my mouth in front of. And probably the only person who I kind of get silent in front of. But I admire him incredibly, and I would love to work with him.